There are places that change history forever. For the Redemptorists, that place is Scala. In 1732, high in the rugged mountains of southern Italy, St. Alphonsus Liguori encountered people forgotten by society and neglected in faith. In their sufferings, he saw the face of Christ. That encounter gave birth to the congregation of the Most Holy Redeemer, popularly known as the Redemptorists. Nearly 3 centuries later, that same spirit echoes far from the mountains of Scala, in the dry hills of Panodi, our new Scala, a place where faith meets action, where hope takes root, transforming lives.
The area I was working in were like Scala in Italy. People totally neglected. A place where nobody wanted to come because it was a secluded area. Many want to come. I was working in the vernacular from the 90s, and I was working in the way Father Alu Briganza had helped me with the regional language. So I, after my ordination, set into action, and I was fortunate to have a priest who was with him, a diocesan who helped me. So it was nearly 9 to 10 years I worked there, and it's a miracle. During that 9 to 10 years I worked there, Bishop Balerao was offering us Panodi. Okay, and I was very happy that I refused it, because it is then that I worked in 60% of Ahmednagar district, living with the people. But the irony is, after many years, the same place was given to us.
Panodi is supposed to be a area where there is scanty rainfall. So there are a lot of droughts which are happening in this area. I observed people in the month of September and October are standing in big queues for water tankers coming in to fill water in their 20-liter can or 40-liter can. And I'm wondering if this is happening in the month of September, what will happen in the month of May? And there is a need to work at water management in this place.
Teaching would be one of the ways where you can empower a person, and always believe in that education empowers a person, and surely I see that it empowers a child.
We could contribute in their upliftment by teaching them maths, English and computers. So I remember how to teach them. So I would say, I will learn computer, maths and English. And they all used to say, and when they used to say that, I will learn, I used to feel that pump, that we have to do it, come on, we'll do it. And slowly, that's how it all began. And so as I got ordained, they asked me to come to Panodi. It was not easy, it was difficult. I remember there's a grotto out there. I go to Mother Mary and I cried that night. I said, I'm going to be ordained, I'm going to be staying over here alone. Help me to say yes. And at that moment, suddenly I remembered all the days that I prayed in the seminary, that make me a missionary, Mother Mary, Jesus, I want to serve. And when it is coming to me, served in a plate, that come and work in Panodi, why am I so scared? And I just said 3 Hail Marys, and morning I got up and I told Father, yes, I'll come after my ordination. I observed people in the month of September and October are standing in big queues for water tankers coming in to fill water in their 220 liters can or 40 liters can. And I'm wondering if this is happening in the month of September. What will happen in the month of May? And there is a need to work at water management in this place. And I did not know how, because people are living on the hills. This is Panodi supposed to be a area where there is scanty rainfall. So there are a lot of droughts which are happening in this area. The year I came in, I remember that the whole of monsoon, there was not even rain for 2 complete days. So suppose the rainfall is for 4 months, monsoon season, we didn't even have rains for 48 hours, or I would say even 24 hours. And so the groundwater level was nil, like the wells were dry, which is around 300 to 350 feet deep, dry, bore wells dry, everything dry. There is no water around. Only what the government supplies the tanker is what we get. Some lucky people, those bore wells have water, could have water. Others people have to migrate, have to go out in search of work. When their parents go out, even the children have to be, going along with them. So there is no schooling happening. And with this question in mind, how could we help? How could we help? In one of the meetings with the priest, I was talking about this problem to one of the fellow priests, about water problems. And one of the person is listening to me on the table, another priest. I did not know he is a priest. And I said, there is something called as watershed management. I think the village needs watershed. And Father Robert asked me this question. So, yeah, watershed, what do you know about watershed? And I'm talking to him. And all of a sudden, one father from there says that Father Robert is working in watershed for 40 years. And I was like, what, 40 years? Then Father said, oh, you should come. I see great enthusiasm and you should come to my place. Someday you come. Then he gave me the address. First time I went to Sangamner on my own. And I met him for the first time and he gave me the address. While coming back, I went to his home. I found the way. Somehow I landed at his place and he was shocked that you come here also. So he was so shocked that he was so much interested in the work. I will teach you to do watershed. Where the water falls from the rains, you catch that water. If you catch that water, the water will start running. That is, it flows down. When it is running, you make it slow down. You make it walk. Where the water is walking, you make it stand. And where the water is standing, you make it seep. So this is what the watershed project does. You dig trenches on the mountains so that where it falls, it catches. Where the slope is steep, it is running fast, you put blocks, you build barns, something called the boundaries. So the water flow is stopped. And once it is stopped, it will sink. Once it sinks in the ground, now we don't realize, because rainfall falls, like thousands and gallons of liters. So Father was explaining me, in Panodi at a time when rainfall falls, there will be 10,000 tankers which can be filled. So much rain water. And if you stopped even 1/10 of it, the borewell will automatically get recharged. The wells will get recharged. And we did that. We did it in one of the villages. There was no water. And Father said, see, I will show you. We started working on that. We digged a well and rain came. The next year, we found that well overflowing, and in the summer, where there was no water, there was water in that village full. The well was full, and people from other villages where there is water supply were coming to this village to collect water in summer. See, I'm getting goosebumps because I seen it with my eyes what watershed can do when it rains properly.
So we are not the owners of the project. The people are the owners. So they are the ones who will take up this project. They are the ones who will work together along with their families, and they will see that the project is completed, that the work is completed, and we pay the wages for them, whatever is due for the work that is done. The watershed also involves that it is not just conservation of water, but also in helping build the forest cover. So you plant more and more trees. So it benefits the environment. And another thing that is beneficial for that is when we plant cashew trees, the fruits that are there will be owned, the people will be receiving the fruits. So they can either sell it, they can sell the cashews, they can give it to the company, or they can find a way. Now in a long-term way, we also see that there is a lot of area which is between two cashew trees. So we have thought of giving them some vegetable seeds, where there can be a double plantation. So they can have something for their families also. Some food to eat for their family, some vegetables, so they don't have to buy. We began with Panodi, a short area. Then we also began at a place called Varvandi, that is very close to Panodi. And now we have moved into another district in Palghar, where we are working in a village called Poshera. So there we have worked almost 29 hectares this time, where the watershed work has been done.
And that is what we Redemptorists accepted this watershed project. Father Robert came and spoke in a chapter. And then the story began, and from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, I think 4 to 5 projects the Redemptorists have undertaken until now. We also began this project called I Will Learn. Now this project I Will Learn was a kind of a copy or a development from a project which I learned in my regency from Father Godfrey in MPSM, where I did a 1 year my learning experience. And that helped me when I came here, when I saw the children in the 10 villages where we serve, that we could contribute in their upliftment by teaching them maths, English and computers. So I remember how to teach them. So I would say, I will learn computer, maths and English. And they all used to say, and when they used to say that, I will learn, I used to feel that pump, that we have to do it, come on, we'll do it, and we will help them say it, we'll help them sing English songs, greet us in good morning, good afternoon, Father, and slowly that's how it all began.
And to give an example of the village of Thakurwadi, where the village is situated right on the mountains, and there is no proper access to other communities, and you find those people who are very shy, they are within themselves, they are not very outgoing. But these children of 1st standard to 4th standard, with this little exposure, have gained confidence that they can respond to a stranger now, they can talk to them, they can say hi, they can boldly sing those poems, they can boldly say good morning, they can just enjoy with somebody else. And I see that growth in those children.
When I came over here, what I realized talking to the young people is that they are all qualified. They have finished their graduation, some have finished their masters, some have finished engineering, some are even wanting to pursue MBA, but nobody is able to get a job once they have done it. And while talking to them, I realized that even an engineering student or a guy who has finished 12th science or commerce or arts does not know to communicate in English. And if you want to get into a multinational company or a good company, work in Pune or Bombay or Bangalore, I think you need to have a strong hold over English. And so then I remember that what I've learned in my regency, that we can start from their foundations. We can't change now, those graduates have already picked up. But these children could be found some base and then teach them English, maths because it is very important, maths they find it very difficult, and computers because everything is now digital. I remember when I first time we as the community in Panodi took laptops to the villages, and we just opened the laptop in one of the houses, all our laptops, and all the children came, there's a laptop, laptop, and parents were also there. So there were 2-3 windows. From the windows, all the grandparents, uncle, auntie, everybody's come as if some big magic box is opened. And they were all looking at our Gawad laptop first time. And I am thinking, we are using laptop from so long, like from schools we are using. And these children, after we are living in 2022, have not seen a laptop. Those in the 8th and 9th side have never touched a laptop. And there were tears in my eyes at that moment. I just felt, God, what opportunity you have given us to bring good news in this way to them. And from then on, the I Will Learn project is into this teaching computers in whatever basics that we can, not something high C programming languages and all, but very basics.
The first challenge what I would see is that you have to take people together with you in this project. And the first step is to convince them that this project will benefit them. And that is, once you have their, confidence, and that's where they will give their heart and soul towards this project. You don't have to worry about it, they will trust you blindly, and that is what you have to keep up to. That you have to keep up to their trust. Whatever promises, whatever thing that you are doing them, you have to work together along with them. So you have to break that barrier first in order to begin any project.
I realized social work is not simple. You need to have proper backing of funds. That is when social work happens. And so when I started this work, when we started as a community, we were thinking to go ahead with this work. One of the things was finance. How do you get? We began 2-3 classes in Panodi, and we were paying the nominal fees to them, not high salaries. But we needed yet, because every month you got to pay, every month you got to see the transportation cost, the administration cost, and everything was going up. And being a mission station over here, we are not getting much collections or donations from benefactors in this place. But when I presented this project to people in the city, especially Mumbai, and my relatives and my friends and our friends as community, we spoke to one another in our missions, people generously gave. And because of generous people, generous friends, generous benefactors, as a religious, you get that push. Like there are people who will support you. I just need to be there, a mediator in that gap between these poor people and God and us. So we just stand over there. The God blesses you, people help you, and the work will go on.
There are many people who have come and told us that why don't you take fees from them, that you are teaching them English, you are teaching them computers, you are teaching them maths, you are providing them stationery. But we want to keep it free because we want to teach each and every child. So no one should be deprived of education, no one should be deprived of this opportunity, and everyone should get an exposure to this. So we don't have qualified teachers because we cannot afford to pay them that much. Okay, so our teachers are from the village itself. So we see a minimum requirement of 12th standard, where the teacher will be able to at least understand the basic alphabets, understand numbers, or she can at least understand certain words. So the thing is that we train those teachers. There is no much demand from them, but we train them, and then they go and teach in each and every class. The classes take place mainly in people's home, the teacher's home. Secondly, it takes place in a Sabhagruha, it's a community hall. And in one of the places, we have a community chapel, we have a chapel, so we have a class over there. So these are the places where we have our classes. Sometimes they take them out in the play area or outside in the field so that they can have a different experience of the class. But these are the places where we have our classes.
The ultimate aim for the project would be that children over here get grounded in maths, in computers and English, and then the best students in this project could be sent to some English medium schools where they pick up English, where they pick up the best of the education, and then they enter the mainstream society. They don't find it difficult with a guy who comes from a city, who's learning in an English school and is standing at the interview. Along with him, he feels confident that even I can speak. It's not something that is not being done, but it is a boost, a add-on, a tuition, a support classes for the already Zilla Parishad classes which are being conducted in every village.
I mean, the smile of the children, doing action songs with them, and the joy that they have, I mean, it just takes away all your worries. I mean, just a small visit to the class is like a healing. Sometimes it also reminds me of my vocation. That when I visit the Watershed project, I meet people, villagers who are so poor, they have nothing. Especially they live only for the day, their day's food, and they are struggling. So they come and they say, Father, do something for us. Father, help us. Don't leave us and go. And I feel that what more can I do? I mean, what else can I do? Sometimes there is a cry for helplessness, like you need somebody, where can I go about, whom can I ask, and what more can I do for them? So that constant noise, that constant voice, I can say, that what more can I do for these people is always there. See, one of the things that these projects have been successful is the support of our community, especially our confreres. That when I have to go to a particular project, when I have to give my time there, Father Neville always supports that, okay, I will manage the other things. There are times when we together have decided that we will help this project through finances, that we will dedicate certain amount for these projects as a community.
And the beautiful things people say about Panodi, that the Redemptorist fathers have brought light into Panodi, a show into Panodi. In Marathi they say, Father तुम्ही शोभा दिलेली आहेत, तुमच्यामुळे शोभा आलेली आहेत.
And that is the difference what the Redemptorists could do in this small village of Panodi, which is away from the city life, which is away from Mumbai, or it's in the interior, like 250 kilometers from Mumbai.
That when I go to visit the projects, I see many organizations working for different areas, working for healthcare, working for education, working to reach out to these people who have nothing for them, working to give them a better life, working to give them a better education, working to help them sustain their life, where there are people who are responsible who are not taking care. But here, there are people who are good-hearted, who have the resources, but they are giving their life for the other. And that gives me hope every time when I go to this project, that I know I am not fighting this battle alone. But there are good people who are fighting this good fight, overcoming everyday struggles, making sacrifices for their families, for their lives, and going and reaching out to those underprivileged, those who are most need of our help, the gifts that God has given us to use it for the other.
And if you want to be part of this project or to help out in this, there are many ways. First of all, I believe that you become our friends. Friendship is very important. You share with us our spirituality, who we Redemptorists are, what we do, and then could be through your word of mouth or through your contacts, you can just speak to them. A financial help is also one of the ways where you could be a benefactors to see that this project continues. Communities after communities are helped, children get educated, and this watershed work needs a lot of money because it's a huge on a very big scale, and so funding is necessary. We've started this trust called Sanjeevan Seva Rakshan Trust, which is a charitable trust. You could help us through that in different ways. You could donate, or you can ask your friend to contribute, or you yourself could come here and see in different ways that you could be a part of this project.
The first thing that I would like to tell anybody is to come and see. That if you want to help, come and see our children, come and see our people, and then you can think of how better you can help these people in whatever way you can. We ask you in whatever capacity that you can help. But first is to come and see, come and experience this project. And it will open your eyes to the realities which we have not been in touch.
What I realized this is that it is not our work, it is God's work. And so God takes care of it. It was difficult to come to this realization, but in the years I have realized that what God has started, God will sustain.